Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
Happy Wednesday to you, everybody. We hope you are doing well, and welcome to the start of November. So far, it has been pretty warm, and yes, we've seen some rain showers kind of being hit or miss as scheduled. Again, I told you this on Tuesday that, we'll have a front come through. You may or may not see rain, and of course, some of you may have seen some showers, or other than that, you may have just been variably cloudy for the rest of today. And it does appear our weekend forecast has changed a little bit some now. It does appear that we most likely will see some rain showers moving on in for both Saturday and Sunday. So right now, the weekend is looking not like a complete washout, but it is better chances of rain are increasing for our area. So we need the rain. Again, we ended the month of October pretty dry. As you know, we didn't really have much rain to contend with throughout the month itself. Again, we had a Hurricane Ian at the beginning of the month. Yes, we had that little rain that moved through on Halloween, but other than that, that was not enough to fix our drought for the month of October. Now our fall season has been pretty dry, to say the least. So other than that, mostly cloudy skies will continue and persist for the rest of the hours of tonight. A lot of our clouds are going to hang tough for us, and we may see some breaks in the showers. If you see any more rain tonight, they will most likely dwindle off past the overnight hours, as well as our lows will be staying in the 40s and mid-50s out there for us. As you see here, our regional lows again. Some areas may see some leftover showers. Other than that, you may not see a drop of rain for the rest of tonight, as our temperatures once again are going to be remaining pretty warm out here, mild to put it as. So nothing to be complaining about. Again, we've seen some colder Novembers in our area, so we are so far being treated pretty nicely with it. Here's your area highest temperatures for your Thursday. Upper 60s, low to mid 60s further to the west you go. Meanwhile, some 70s here in the city, and same story in Ridgeway and up towards near Patrick County at Stewart there. So a beautiful afternoon. A light breeze from the northeast, about 5 to 10 miles per hour with lots of sunshine. So a beautiful day is on tap, and you have my permission to send those kids out there for recess to take advantage of the nice early fall-like weather, because November weather, I shall say, because we have not, it's been a while since we've seen a pretty calm start to November. A lot of times our Novembers are gloomy as they do see rain moving on in. So speaking of things of that, we're going to switch gears over to the temperature outlook, and you can probably have guessed it over the last couple of weeks that, we've been pretty warm, despite the fact that how October and now how November's being. Here's much of the cold air. It's being buckled and staying west of us out towards the United States. So Montana, the Dakotas, parts of Idaho. Meanwhile, central parts of the U.S. seeing some of that cool weather. There's a bit of a battle zone here. Kind of see that dip. It kind of makes that little there the near normal weather. But other than that, meanwhile, the rest of the United States is going to remain pretty at or just well above average. And we're right there above that above average mark as well. Kind of go down from Florida all the way up to Maine. So again, if you know folks across the Northeast and you're saying, hey, have you seen your early snowfall total? I mean, they've seen, I don't think they've seen much snow at all, if anything. But other than that, they typically will start seeing snow to the northeast here right around Thanksgiving as that cold air is coming into play. But again, thanks to the La Nina that's in place for us, we're seeing not that favorable cooling off pattern here for us in the East Coast, at least say. But again, much of that cold weather is going to remain and staying out in the west of us as well. So no big cold air snaps in the distant week. However, though, that will most likely change as some projections are seeing that cold air make its way further to the east by late this month. Meanwhile, again, we're going to remain average to near dry conditions for everywhere here in our area. Again, we are like, look at that, right split in the middle of like seeing near normal conditions. But again, elsewhere, below average conditions. Meanwhile, Virginia Beach and down towards the 95 east of the eastern states there, seeing some rain, again, above average precipitation chances. That'll most likely be a chance of some snow out towards the western mountains out towards that way. Let's get a look at some of our hurricanes here. We have not one, but two hurricanes. This is the third time in history that this has happened, that we've had 2 hurricanes in the month of November to occur. Hurricane Martin is expected to go out to sea, no immediate threat to the U.S., so that is staying out towards the open Atlantic, going towards Iceland and Greenland, not Iceland, but Greenland, it does appear, and most likely causing some ship lanes concerns with that. Closer to home, I guess you can kind of call this one. This is Hurricane Lisa. So these formed, Martin formed on Tuesday, Lisa formed over the weekend, and now, of course, I have not had a chance to dive into these hurricanes because they're really not immediate threat to the U.S. However, though, Lisa is expected to continue a hurricane and downgrade to a tropical depression and storm by tomorrow and going into the weekend. So if you know any people traveling along down towards Guatemala, towards central and southern Mexico, outside of the Gulf of Mexico area, you're looking pretty wet and active. Again, it's most likely going to remain a remnant low pressure as it makes its way towards the start of next week. As you kind of see here, it's doing some loop-de-loop dances. It's kind of what Martin was doing. You saw that loop and go way out towards sea. So we'll see what happens with that. And again, no immediate impacts to us. But again, this is the third time that we've had 2 hurricanes. They're not major hurricanes, they're just general hurricanes out there in the open Atlantic in the month of November. So I know we still have a few weeks left of hurricane season, and you know what, it's been, minus we had Fiona and then Ian. Those are the only 2 major hurricanes we've had an impact in the U.S. So, I mean, the forecast was projecting 3 to 4 major hurricanes. We had 2. Hopefully we don't see any more major hurricanes. So, but other than that, we are right on time for the tropical development right around this time of the year as a lot of that cooler water begins to settle on in. So, no immediate threats from hurricanes. We're just going to remain kind of sunny and dry for Thursday with lots of sunshine. And again, right now that rain for Friday, for the weekend, is not from the hurricanes. We have a system that's going to be moving in here for both Saturday and Sunday. Right now there's a 60% chance on Saturday and a 50% chance on Sunday right now. So it does appear we'll see some rain, occasional showers likely on Saturday and then continuing into Sunday. And then it looks like the start of next week will begin to remain warm once again, running about 10 to 12 degrees above this average high. Y'all take care. We're going to turn things over to sports after this quick break.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.